Hello, hello. We are here for the Associate Onboarding Program. Thank you so much for your patience. I apologize for starting a little bit later than we normally do. For those of you who are watching the recording, you don't know one way or the other. So now you know that we did start a little bit later. We had a little bit of technical issues and some other things as we've been coming off of Convention Week. So it was an exciting week last week. We didn't have this, so we're going to do a little bit of a recap so everybody can be caught up. And then today we're going to be focusing on lesson 4 of our new associate onboarding program, and it's specifically in the associate orientation. So just as we have with the other, calls, we're going to go over what the onboarding program is, what it looks like, and then we'll go and we'll do a live showing here. So I'm going to go share my screen. So right here, you should be able to see that we do have what the onboarding program is. There's basically 4 different sections to it. It's our email communications, text message communications that I'd be going to go out to new associates. Now, by the way, let me know where you're joining us in the comments below or whatever. We want to have some interaction here as well. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. If you've gone through this before and you want to participate by sharing what you've experienced, then please do that as well. Hey, May. All right, so we have the new emails. We have new text messages that will go to new associates. Now, if you are a new associate, you're experiencing an upgrade to what we had before. And if you're not, I'll show you where you can go see what your new associates, new team members will experience here in just a minute. We have the onboarding widget. Basically, that's the first 5 steps to get your business set up. That's going to show up for new associates as well. And we have our associate orientation. The associate orientation is going to be something we're going to actually go into, and that's going to be the major focus of these calls, which it has been and it will be today and next week as well. And then the training landing page has basically gone through a major overhaul. It's a lot easier to find content, and it's a lot easier to go through and navigate it. So we'll go take a look at that as well. So the onboarding notifications, the strategic communications to inform, encourage, and guide to ideal experiences. Okay. The notifications, basically, like I said, it includes text messages, it includes emails, it includes when you log into the hub, you get these pop-ups, and then on your phone as well, you'll get pushes. But here's some examples of what you'll see. The first one, we can say, hey, we're happy that you're here. Start sharing the products, and we talk about the simple sign-on, which is instead of having to remember what your customer ID is, you're going to be able to use a username, which is pretty cool. Talk about sharing USANA and earning, power and connections, and other types of communications. The onboarding widget, because I can't show you what that looks like, we're going to look at that here, and then we'll go into the hub. So the onboarding widget for a new person who just joined USANA, they're going to see at the top of their page, right there, you can see jumpstart your business. And there's those 5 different actions to take so that your new person, your new team member, or if you are new, you'll know what it is that you need to do next. What are the things that we suggest that you do? So complete your associate orientation. That's first and foremost. That one we're going to go into here. Complete ethics certification. It's important to know what ethics approves, so what to avoid and how you can promote USANA. Download the Customer Connect app. Personalize your USANA website. Change your notification settings. So those are the 5 steps. It's going to be the onboarding widget. It's kind of cool because it shows you once you've done those for new associates, so you can see what you've done and what you still need to do. And it's a reminder too. Every time you log in, it's going to be right there. Okay. Now this is the associate orientation. I'm going to switch away from this PowerPoint here, and we're going to move to the actual hub. So if I go here, we've logged into the hub. This is the landing page, right? This is the page that everybody sees when they log in. And then we see that at the top here, for me, because I've been an associate longer than the 30 days, I don't have the onboarding widget, but this is where it will show, is just right up here. Okay, we're going to go into the training section. So if I click on training, and I'll just go to all training. Again, we have different categories of getting started, product, business, how to earn, ethics, and education. And if you don't click on these, you can always scroll down, and it gives you, 4 or 5, maybe 6. And if you want to see all of them, you can click over here to see all. Now, our focus today, because we're focused on the Associate Onboarding Program, is getting started. So I'll click on this onboarding new team members. Basically, this just shows you, again, what we kind of talked about in the email. Onboarding new team members, there's basically an overview page, and then it doesn't matter if you click here or if you click over here, but you'll get to the same thing. It shows the new emails, goes through an example of each of those, which you can go through in your own time as well. We talked about the onboarding widget, which we've already talked about in the PowerPoint, and then guide your new team member to success and guide their success. So it gives you some tips on ways that you can help your new team member find success in their business. So the new associate orientation, this is the one that, again, we're going to be focusing on most today. So we can go into the associate orientation, we click there, and we see associate orientation here. It tells you a little bit of an overview, gives you what it looks like, and then you click on start course. Now, I've already opened it because I wanted to be prepared. And so here we are. So I'm going to just minimize this. And this is the page that you'll see. Okay. So I might have a little bit more on mine. It might look a little bit different, but it'll look very similar. And all of them will have ethics and action certification, and all of them will have associate orientation. Now, there might be some that have sharing USANA products. That's always a good one to check out. Sharing your success stories, that's always a good one to look at, but it's not something that you need to do right away, right? Right away is associate orientation. So if I click on launch course, this is what shows up. Okay, we can see on the left column, if you've done some, you have the blue check. If you haven't done any, then there's no blue check. We've already gone over systems for success. We've gone over embody the USANA lifestyle. We've gone over sharing made simple. Today we're on next steps. Now, if you want to go back and review those, reach out to me, let me know, post in the comments below. We should be able to find those for you if you can't find them on your own. Because basically each week that we've done this, it kind of just builds on each other. And again, for associates who have been around USANA for longer than just the 30 days or longer than just when this started, if you go through all these steps by the end of August, which you have one more week, you'll get a prize. Okay, so you get something for just doing this, because we feel like this is something that everybody should at least be familiar with. And hopefully you're using it with your new team members as well. So again, systems for success, we talked a little bit about what resources we have. Embody the USANA lifestyle, we talked about different products and what that means and how to use them and some more information about those. Sharing made simple, we talked about ways that you can then share with friends, with family, with new people, acquaintances, people who you're just getting to know. And now today's the next step. So today we're really going to be focusing on the why. And now the why it's super important. And if you've been around I'll say anything. If you've been in USANA for a while, but really if you've done anything new and something that's challenging, it's always good to have a strong why. Now the why is important because that's what's going to keep you going, right? We would love to have everything just be smooth and just a steady incline and everything's just happening and you're finding success left and right. That doesn't always happen. And sometimes you'll have moments of that and sometimes you won't. So during those harder times when maybe you're going through a little bit of the challenges, a little bit stronger, or you hear a couple no's and you're feeling a little bit down, it's important to understand why you have this and why you're doing this. So that's kind of what they talk about. I don't know, I kind of just reiterated a little bit about what they said there, but this is kind of interactive. You know, you can click it to flip, and if of course it's not going to work because we're live. So I'm going to try something here. I might just have to relaunch it. We'll just do that. That's fine. You'll see a picture of my desktop. We'll relaunch the course. I will not be clicking on these things, but if you click on them, it flips over the cards. So it gives you an example of what whys could be, right? My guess is family, health, and travel. You know, maybe those are the things that these three cards are saying. I love this actually, Michael, what you just said here. I'll put it up. If you don't have a why, then the how doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. If you don't know why you're doing it, then it doesn't even matter how you're trying to get there, how you're trying to find the success. I love that. Thanks for sharing that. By the way, if you want to have your name showing up here, and you know, we'll bring in some comments here. I know those of you who are joining on Facebook, it says connect to StreamYard. And if you connect it, then I can see a name. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user. I'll give you an example here. Like this is I like this new onboarding program. It's very easy to follow. It's true. And that's a Facebook user. So if you were to register with StreamYard, then we'd be able to see, you know, your name. Anyway, That's a very, very side note. But so you have a family. Family could be your why. Maybe because you have specific things within your family. Maybe it's your health. Maybe there's some things that you have with your health that you want to prolong life even more because you want to experience X, Y, Z. Maybe you want to travel because that's something that's a passion of yours, or maybe that's a way that you can connect with your spouse, with the significant other, with friends and family, whatever that is. But there's got to be a why. So I love the recipe that they have here. It's very simple, very basic. If you're not sure how to start to build your why, the easy recipe is to blank so that blank, right? To travel so that I can connect with my family and friends. To be healthy so that I can see my daughter graduate college, or high school, or whatever that is, right? That's a very easy way to start with the why. But really the thing is it's all about what you want, right? So we got a checklist here, something that you can do to at least get it created and then get it in front of you. Write down your why, share it with your sponsors, share it with a team member, a family member or friend. Create a visual reminder. It's going to be something like a note card, post on the refrigerator, put it somewhere where you can see it, and then review it, right? Because if you continue to keep that why in mind, then that's going to be helpful as you're going about the how. I love that, what Michael said. So let's do an example. So if you have an example of something that you've written down, or maybe you did this and you participated in this way, if you're willing to share what your why is, great. If you're not, that's fine, but I'll share some examples of maybe a why. So a lot of people say, you know what, I want to make more money, right? And that's a why. And I think that's part of it, right? We have the recipe here of to blank so that blank. So, okay, you want to make more money. Why do you want to make more money? Okay, to make more money so that I can, afford the house of my dreams for my family. So I can take my family on vacation. So I can go to, the Super Bowl. I don't know. There's certain. It could be whatever. But it's specific to you and something that will motivate you to continue to push forward. Hey, Paul. Hey, Leonila. Did I say that right? I hope I did. But thank you for joining us here. Okay, so then we have, after we go through, put it somewhere where you'll be able to see it. I know some people save a screenshot on their phone so that it's always when they pick up their phone, they can see what their why is, whether it's a photo that reminds them, whether it's the phrase, whatever that is, posting things on the fridge, putting something up on your wall that you'll see when you wake up in the morning, whatever that is, and go to bed at night, but something where it'll be a consistent reminder. Okay, so the next section here of next steps is finding your community. And I think those of you who are on here, hopefully you've been able to find the community. We have the YouTube channel. We have the Facebook group that this is being broadcast in as well. That's a great place to start with finding the community. We have a video here that talks a little bit about that, but really there's so many individuals, there's so many people who are involved in USANA to some capacity that we have a large like-minded family here. Right. And we just got off of conventions. We were able to see a lot of people at convention. We were able to experience that. We had several thousand people that were here, and being able to share the experience with other people who have similar mindsets is amazing. So you can do that as well on social media. You can connect with people. You can connect with people that maybe there are local teams that are there that you don't know about. But get connected. Get involved with other people who have similar goals, who are like-minded, and that will help you solidify your why and solidify the decision of, I'm in the right spot. I'm doing this. Okay, so that's it. That's the next steps, right? Find your community, and then there's the whys. So I'm going to look through here on the comments and see if anybody shared their whys. I like that. So it looks like a Facebook user. We'll keep them anonymous because I don't know who they are. They said, their why is they need a house. So I'm assuming it's to make more money so that they can get a house, right? Maybe that's it. And maybe there's a reason for the house. Maybe they are tired of living with roommates, or maybe they are tired of the current situation they're in, so they need to expand to somewhere else. And maybe there's a little bit more into that as to why you need a house, right? Let's see here. Legacy. I like that. Michael, leave a legacy to kids and grandkids, I'm guessing. This other way, I really like this one, and I appreciate the vulnerability and sharing with it. So they're inspired by their son's health issues and to help others discover a healthy life that they also love. So I love that as one. Being able to help your family. If you see a family member that has health issues, that's kind of how it is. Maybe there are things that people are born with, or whatever ends up happening. You want to be able to help that person, right? And being able to expand from that, I think, is amazing. So thank you for sharing that. And then it looks like the second part is because their son is disabled and unable to be financially secure on their own, the compensation for work will support him many years in the future. I like that. That actually kind of ties into the whole legacy thing as well, like being able to help support your son who is disabled and unable to financially be on his own, and you being able to have something that you can pass to them. I love that. So thank you again for being so vulnerable and being willing to share. And I hope it's okay that I read that out loud, but we did keep you anonymous on the video recording here anyway. Paul, to empower people to live healthy and happy lives. I love that, right? To be able to empower people, to help educate people on things that they don't know. I think a lot of times we take for granted what we know, right? But being a part of USANA and being involved in healthy discussions and health in general, I think we end up learning a lot more than what the average person knows. And so to be able to go out and share that with other people, if that's something that empowers you and helps you feel fulfilled, then that's a great why. So Paul, thank you for sharing that as well. Okay, awesome. So that's it. So that is this lesson, the next steps, getting your why, making sure you solidify your why. Now, if you are having a hard time coming up with something, you can jump on the phone with me, TJ, Steph, from the US. We'd be happy to help out if you know who your sales manager is. If you don't know, you can reach out to us. You can comment below, and one of us will reach out, to you. And we'd love to connect, and we'd love to help you out with that, because I think this is a solid step in being able to go and continue and be consistent with USANA and sharing and empowering people to live healthy and happy lives. Now, next week, again, is the final day of August. We'll be covering the summary and conclusion. And if you've been following along with us, you will have completed this by the end of August. So that will qualify you as someone who can earn the prize. Now, if you haven't done any of this yet, we'll be ending now. Because we started a little bit later, I'm guessing we're not saving much time here. But if you set aside 30 minutes to watch this as a recording, you do have a little bit of time. But we'll do the same thing again. It'll be next week. It'll be Wednesday, 12 o'clock Mountain Time. Again, if you have other questions or anything that you want to bring up, please feel free to comment below. You can reach out to us. We'd love to help out. Again, I think as was mentioned in this onboarding or this associate orientation is so easy to follow. It's so simple, and it gives you a good basic understanding of how you can move forward and what the next steps are, not only for you if you're somebody who this is useful for, but also for people who are your team members. So anyway, thank you so much, everybody. We will talk with you soon. Hope you have a great day. And I'm going to stop sharing here and reach out. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, we'll talk to you later.